Are you tired? Are you, like, overwhelmed in a clinical sense? I am. My business is flourishing, honestly. I am doing great work for wonderful people, and I'm doing a lot of it. I've got 4 wonderful children. I've got a loving wife. I've got hobbies that I am interested and excited about. But I don't have nearly enough time or energy for any of them because there is this constant drumbeat of atrocities happening at the global level, certainly, but mostly at the national level is what strikes me. Meanwhile, I've got a governor and a state legislature that is trying its best to fleece our own citizens here in Louisiana. And the combination of all of it, the wife, the children, the job, and the atrocities, I'm overwhelmed. Here's the secret, though. That's part of, not the whole, but it's part of the point, is for you to be overwhelmed. My mother told me a couple of weeks, I don't want to care what my senator and representatives are doing. And yes, ma'am, I agree with you. I don't want to care either, but we all need to. There are all sorts of things that I could talk about, but I'm going to talk about one specifically because I think it is the most pressing. Our current president, Donald Trump, has disobeyed an order from the Supreme Court. A unanimous Supreme Court said that he has to return a man wrongfully accused, detained, expelled from his country, and imprisoned in Venezuela. There's no proof that this man did anything wrong. There's no proof that this man was a member of any gang. There's no proof he was here illegally or broke any laws in coming here. And yet, he still sits in that prison. At least, honestly, we hope so. My concern is that he's already dead, which is why no one will let him be seen by the authorities that are trying to extricate him. The Supreme Court doesn't have an army. The Supreme Court doesn't have an enforcement structure. The rest of the federal government is supposed to be that enforcement structure. The American military is supposed to be the Supreme Court's army. When its orders are not followed, the Marshal Service is supposed to enforce them. But the Marshal Service works for the DOJ, and the DOJ seems to be firmly under the command of the same man who has violated that Supreme Court order. It's a serious situation, and there's not a tremendous amount that the average citizen like you or me can do about it, other than thin their hair and harden their arteries. Here's what we can do. We could contact our representatives at the state level, at the federal level, your senators, your representatives in Congress. They need to hear from you every day. Here's what I'm going to do. At least once a week, and I'm going to try to do it 3 times a week, I'm going to send a letter, a physical letter. I'm going to overwhelm their offices. All it would take is about 100,000 a day, and across the country, that ain't much. 100,000 letters a day would overwhelm the offices and make it clear that the people do not want this. And overwhelmingly, the people do not want this. I understand there is going to be a certain group of people who find this video and my content generally that say, that guy got what he deserved. Here's my point to you, even you that think that's the case. Do you deserve it? The current president says that he believes due process doesn't count for extreme criminals, but he also says he's in charge of determining exactly what defines an extreme criminal. which just means anyone who disagrees with him. You might not like this idea, but if Kilmar Garcia doesn't have due process, then neither do you or I. Let's do something about it. They all work for us.